All right, let's do it. So I wanted to talk about Bedlam or the death of Bedlam, better yet. Yesterday was Big 12 Media Day. It was a special Big 12 Media Day because this is the last year that Texas and Oklahoma, the two uh, biggest college football franchises, biggest brands in the conference, are going to be leaving and headed to the SEC. And Mike Gundy, the coach of Oklahoma State, was asked about their signature rivalry game for Oklahoma State, Bedlam, where they play Oklahoma each year. And he said this.
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier. Oklahoma State's not going to change what you do because Oklahoma chose to go to the SEC. They need to change what they do because they're the ones that made their mind up to go to the SEC. So with all the talk from administration and people saying that Oklahoma State needs to do this and that, all Oklahoma had to do was not go to the SEC. So it is what it is. We can cut right to the choice. So for me, I want to listen to the board. I'll listen to the president. I'll listen to the AD. If that's something they want to do, I'm good, but I don't think it's going to happen based on the way the scheduling is. And everybody needs to realize it didn't have to happen if they didn't change leagues.
So you might have noticed Mike Gundy, he got a bit sassy there, was a bit agitated, but the truth of the matter is this. Bedlam is only a rivalry for Oklahoma State. It's not really a rivalry for Oklahoma. Oklahoma has Red River rivalry. They play Texas every year, a game that's so big it has to be played at a neutral site. This isn't really a rivalry. They've played the game 20 times in the last 20 years, and Oklahoma has won 17 times. Oklahoma State has won 3 times in 20 years. Matter of fact, if you go back and look at the game historically, they've played the game. If you look back historically, they've played the game over 120 times. And Oklahoma has won 91 of those games. The Coyote has a better success rate versus the Roadrunner than Oklahoma State has versus Oklahoma. This is not a rivalry. This is just a game. They're doing you guys a solid and they play it every year, but this doesn't mean much to Oklahoma fans. I mean, if they lose this game, they lose it. The big one is Texas, and they have national championship aspirations. The truth of the matter is, if Oklahoma State was a better college football product, it was a better college football brand, they would probably be leaving to the SEC too. The SEC doesn't need them, doesn't want them. I mean, I don't know what Missouri is doing in the SEC, but I mean, is there really a big, difference between Oklahoma State and Missouri, especially now that the future of the program is kind of muddled since T. Boone Pickens passing? So, you can stand on, your platitudes, and he was saying this is their fault for leaving the SEC, but the truth of the matter, the fault lies with Oklahoma State. They're just not good enough. And in this new college football system, in this new era of college football, we can throw away the platitudes. It's about the dollars, as it's always been. And Oklahoma State just isn't on that level. And, he can get mad. He said he was a man a long time ago. He's 40. He's got to man up on this one. This isn't anything that Oklahoma did. You'll be lucky to continue this rivalry, to tell you the truth, because who's your true rivalry game? So I think it's a time for honesty. It's a time of clarity in college football. And Oklahoma State and Oklahoma wasn't really a rivalry. The relationship meant a lot more to Oklahoma State than it did to Oklahoma. All right, let me know what you think. Leave me a comment, subscribe, and as always, the game is the game.